И всем привет, канал MitrichPlay, и мы продолжаем проходить игру Игра престолов или Game of Thrones. Глава 11. Алистер и Морс. Лорд, следуя за Гавином. Вы с удивлением обнаружили, что в темницах лорда Харлтона заточен ваш старый друг Морс. Вы спасли его от верной смерти в руках палачей. Но радость оказалась недолгой. Вскоре после этого вашего брата убил у вас на глазах Эндрю. Обезумев от горя, вы умертвили Эндрю, но местью не воскресить мертвых. Морс. Джейни же была очень даже жива, и ей срочно требовалась ваша помощь. Но когда вы освобождали ее из золотой клетки, на вершине башни Каслвуда вас окружили люди лорда Харлтона, ведомые своим господином. Благодаря твердости и мужеству спутницы, заслонившей вас собственным телом, вам удалось бежать. С тяжелым сердцем вы оставили Джейни, следуя за Алистером, уже спрыгнувшим с башни, но перед этим пообещали ей, что вернетесь.
Best to keep going, Alistair. We shouldn't stop now.
Relax, Moors. We need to gather our strength. Besides, we haven't seen anyone on our tail since yesterday. They're probably still searching the castle ditches for our bodies.
If we see them, it's already too late. Harton won't give up that easily. Maybe if we avoid building fires.
Listen, we're soaked, and the wind is like 1,000 icy daggers. I would rather die by the sword than by sickness.
15 years in the wall's shadow makes you get used to the cold. You will too.
I'm not so sure. Anyway, you never did tell me how you ended up in those dungeons. I would have thought you were protected from the political scheming of the Seven Kingdoms up at the wall. Something very important must have happened to get you involved in all that again. It had something to do with the girl, didn't it?
Yes. Good old John asked me to protect Jane.
Of course. Just like you to take on a dubious mission with nothing but John Aaron's word.
True enough. Well, I couldn't protect her by staying at Castle Black. I had to take her south, to get her out of harm's way, where no one would find her. I decided to take her to the house where I'd left my family, but we fell into a trap. Some escort I turned out to be.
Your house in the Riverlands? Why the flame did you go there?
I thought we would be safe there, and I wanted to see Taya and Serena again. But do you know what I found? Their graves. They're dead, Alistair. They've been dead all these years, and I had no idea. I took the black only because I thought that you would be protecting them.
Он их должен был защитить.
I am so sorry, Moors. There's nothing to ease that kind of pain, I know.
What happened? When was it?
I don't know. Probably the work of brigands. It was just after the war ended. Soldiers and deserters were scouring the country. There was so much to do. I couldn't stay with your family each and every day. But when I returned to them, it was already too late. I paid them my last respects and buried them. It was all I could do.
That's all? You swore you would protect them, you bastard. You gave me your oath. You knew they were dangerous lands, and you left them in the middle of nowhere?
Blame me all you want if it helps you. I have cursed myself more than you ever could.
I doubt that. You would already have stuck a knife in your chest.
I was exiled, Moors. I left my family and my land to live the life of a beggar in the free cities. Is that not punishment enough? Finally, after years of despair, I started following law, which was the only way I could find inner peace.
You left my wife to die, and you hope to explain yourself with tales of fire and magic?
It was this fire and magic that helped me see more clearly. I failed to protect your family. It's true. But worse still, I didn't know how to protect you from yourself.
Not that again. Oh, yes, you protected me. I was ready to receive my punishment, and you urged me to take the black to avoid it. They would have had nothing to fear if I'd never listened to you.
Horse shit! They would have died anyway, along with you. The moment you defied Lord Tywin Lannister, you condemned them along with yourself. I should never have let you do something so reckless.
So you think I should have murdered Princess Elia? A young girl and her barely weaned children. I could never carry out such an order.
But you had to. It was war. The Lannisters had to prove their loyalty to the Baratheons. Lord Tywin could not allow one of his knights to refuse an order at the time. You know the reigns of Castamere as well as I do, Mors. Tywin Lannister is so merciless that a song was made of his cruelty. You knew your refusal would put your family in danger, but that didn't matter, did it? Your precious honor always comes first.
Damn you, Alistair.
It's easy for you, isn't it? You have always acted first without regard for consequences, leaving others to pay for what you've done. After you left, I fell into disgrace and was left to take care of your family. And what good did it do? Did you know that Lord Tywin ordered Gregor the Mountain to do the job you refused? The way in which he massacred the princess and her children is one of the most vile stories to come out of that damned war. You could not have saved them. You condemned Tyre and Serena, and you dragged me down with you. So much for all the good that came of your fucking honor.
What you say is true. I only wanted to do the right thing. I didn't think of the consequences. May the Father have mercy on me. I was responsible for destroying my own family.
We both failed, my friend. If I had known what would happen, I would have asked to kill Elia myself.
What irony. I was ready to die when I made that choice. And here I am, still alive, when those I wanted to protect are dead. Jane. I can save her. I swore I would do it.
Ah, yes. Jane.
I cannot leave her with Halton. I will go alone if I have to, but I need to get her out of there.
You never change. No matter what the risks are, you do as you see fit. But don't worry. I have my own matters to settle with that little shit. I will go with you.
Thank you, old friend.
Now, tell me. I still don't know who this girl is, and what everyone wants with her.
She is of Targaryen blood. And on top of that, she is carrying the unborn bastard of King Robert. Jon Arryn knew about the child, and tried to hide her by sending her north. Because of that, there are many who will do anything to get their hands on her and her child.
I see. Halton is using her child to rally the supporters of the old regime to his cause.
If only it were just Halton. Even your bastard brother is after Jane.
I was aware of that, yes. I heard about this. It's not just Valllar that we have to deal with here. That snake has done well for himself since the rebellion. He's now in the service of the Queen herself.
How do you know all of this?
I went to the Red Keep on my return. There I learned that the Queen was taking advantage of Jon Arryn's death to eliminate all of King Robert's bastards. From what I heard, Vallar was her chief huntsman. Your Jane is on his list. That's why he's after you. And he won't stop until he has the girl.
Vallar. I look forward to destroying him myself.
I've watched how he works. He has changed. He is a powerful enemy now.
We should deal with Jane first. Once we have her, we can go after your brother.
We need supplies and a plan if we're to rescue Jane from Halton's grasp. We should go back to River Spring.
Agreed. Well, what are we waiting for? River Spring. How do you suffer this place? To draw breath is to suffocate.
This is my home, Mors. My people, my land, my town. I suppose the wall is far better?
All right, you win.
Еще уеживается. Да в смысле? Дайте сохранить.
Alistair, is it really you? You're alive!
Of course. Why? Did you think me dead?
Died for the Queen, they said. As if that would really happen. Alistair's too crafty to get himself killed, is what I told them. But it's Vallard. That snake told everyone that he saw you die with his own eyes. He's sticking to his story, and as nobody dares contradict him...
Vallard? He's here?
Yes, that's what I just said. Who on earth are you?
Ryman, you know Sir Mors Westford. He was at my side throughout the rebellion. What were you saying about Vallard?
Well, he came here one day with his bloodseekers. A bloody bunch of thieves, if you ask me. He put them in the castle, then declared that they had to stay there until he'd finished his affairs here. Meanwhile, he's been acting like the entitled lord of Riverspring. He even stripped me of my rank of captain to give it to that bloody Wex. What I wouldn't give to rip the guts out of those two there.
And nobody tried to go against these dogs, ice and darkness. Have you all gone so craven?
The Crown is behind this marriage. To challenge it would be a huge risk. What about you, eh? You disappeared again. What were we supposed to do?
Well, well, what do we have here? Don't tell me Ryman's drunk again.
Captain, you'll have to introduce us to the innkeeper one day. We all wish he were as generous with us as he is with you.
Who are these two? Friends of yours?
Hold your wicked tongue. I am Alistair Sarwick, and these lands belong to me.
Alistair, you say? Sir Vallard told us that you may turn up here. You shouldn't have come back, my friend. You're supposed to be dead. And we're here to make sure you stay that way.
Those pieces of shite got what was coming to them. This attack can only mean one thing. Vallard knew full well you weren't dead. He only said that to hurry the ceremony.
What ceremony?
The wedding! He has come to marry Eliana, claiming that the Crown wanted this matter settled once and for all. And as everyone believed you dead, she no longer had much choice, so she decided to accept.
And Vallard ordered the Bloodseekers to lie in wait for me so I wouldn't spoil his plans. That bastard will stop at nothing.
But now that you're here, that changes everything. He plans to consummate this marriage before the end of tonight. We must make haste.
Now that I have returned, he has no claim to this land. We should expose his treachery for all to see. The people and lords will hate him for this lie. He will have no other choice but to leave.
A good plan, provided you can reach him alive. If you go up there, it won't be long before your head is atop a spike.
He's right. The Bloodseekers protect the castle. You won't get very far alone.
Ryman, how many guards remain loyal to you?
Only a handful, I'm afraid. Vallard hanged 3 of my men for treason. Their only wrongdoing was telling him openly what they thought. After seeing that, many of the others left the town to return to their families.
A handful will not suffice. We need the support of all River Springs so Vallard dare not touch us.
You should speak with Maester Harwin. He'll know what to do.
Where can I find him?
At the port. He thought Vallard was lying about you all along. He spends his time over there, speaking to boatmen from King's Landing to receive news of you.
Let's go. We have to stop this wedding, no matter the cost.
Very well. I shall try to gather some swords. I will return to you as soon as I can.
Be careful, cousin.
You too, Alistair.
Так. Я, знаешь, что не понимаю? Когда мне, блядь, дадут поиграть за Морса, в смысле вербовщика? Это прям загадка. Опцаны. Вот выбирать нам дают. Но это никак не влияет на основной выбор. На то, кем мы играем. Да. Опа. Вы что тут
A
стоите?
gift, yes, of course. But a whole sheep? I simply cannot, my lord.
Your bleating's worse than the godforsaken sheep's. Shut your mouth and send that meat along.
Вымогаете? А чё? Отойдите, блядь. Давайте сражаться. Вот вы козлы, а. Ну, как хотите. Куда делись все торговцы?
Alistair, thank the Father. Nobody had heard any news of you. I was beginning to lose hope of ever seeing you again.
Yes, I am alive and well, but Vallard would have it otherwise. His men have orders to kill me on sight.
I dreaded something of this vile nature. When he came and told us you were dead, I thought immediately that it was some trickery on his part.
That's the kind of vulture he is. Unfortunately for him, he has no chance of killing Alistair.
Harwin, here is the knight Moors Westford, an old friend. He too has a score to settle with my half-brother.
Then we have to act quickly. The wedding will start soon.
When the news of my return spreads, Vallard will lose what little trust still remains. The lords will join my cause.
I wish it were that simple, Alistair, but do not count on it too much.
Unfortunately, the Lords have never put their trust in you. You had been away for years, fighting on Lord Tywin's orders.
And after the rebellion, you vanished without trace. Some people have never even heard of you. They would have preferred to have seen Gawain follow your father, or even your sister, if it were not for her being a woman. Because of all this, they accept Vallard as their new lord, despite all his failings. With him, they see Eliana keeping the reins of power at Riverspring.
But Heart of Fire, how can they be so blind? Vallard will share power with no one. Eliana will have no say whatsoever as soon as the marriage has been consummated.
Your sister is no fool. If you still live, she will not enter into a marriage that will cost her everything. But to understand that, she has to see you with her own eyes. With your sister's support, you will also gain the allegiance of all those who believe in her.
I find it surprising that no one knows the true nature of Vallar. What has been going on at the castle since his arrival?
The mood is tense. Many are hostile to the idea of seeing a bastard take the place of your father. And Vallar, hastening this unholy marriage, did nothing to appease them.
He's hastening it, you say? Then that means the Queen has not legitimized this ceremony. And if it's not a royal decision, it means the bastard is acting of his own accord. I need to see Eliana.
I can pass on a message to her on your behalf and arrange a meeting in a discreet location.
It's risky. Who's to say that she doesn't welcome becoming a legitimate power as the lady of the castle? If that's the case, she may well betray us.
Mors, you're speaking of my sister. She would never do that.
I don't want to take any chances. Do you really think a slip of a girl and some lordlings can make the slightest difference up against Vallar's men?
Let me remind you that Ryman promised us warriors.
Have you seen Ryman?
Yes, he's searching the town for any worthy men. He will join us afterwards.
I don't like the thought of doing nothing and just waiting for him. I should speak to Eliana as soon as possible. We can come back later. Harwin, please inform her of my arrival.
I will have a message sent to her, even if I can no longer freely roam the castle. There are still a few servants who have remained loyal to me.
Perfect. Tell her to wait for me near the entrance to the Godswood. It's discreet enough.
Very well. Stay here. I won't be long. It's done. Eliana should be waiting for you across from the watermill.
Let's go. Harwin, please stay here in case Ryman makes an appearance.
Of course. May the gods be with you, Alistair. To see you defend River Spring like this, your father would have been proud.
Thank you, Harwin.
Угу. Он очень важную штуку сказал. Лорды готовы принять больше Валлара, чем нас. При том, что мы их, сука, спасли. Это как-то уж очень гаденько.
It's of no use kicking like...
You damned animals. Get over here so I can break your skulls.
Thank you so much, my lord. If you hadn't come...
Pick up your clothes and run home, child. You've been through enough today.
При удобном случае надо будет лордов наказать. Но нельзя так делать. Ай-яй-яй.
A gift, yes.
You'll get a chance to pillage later, when you're in hell.
May the Seven bless you, my lord. Those thieves helped themselves to whatever they wanted, and to think they're supposed to keep order around here.
Do not worry. I will soon put an end to these disgraceful acts.
Так, а меня куда ведут-то? Ну, это вот довольно близко к замку. Там могут быть патрули.
He would never... It's that Sarwick. Lord Valllar warned us about him.
Well, they shouldn't be able to hurt anyone else, at least.
Угу. Ну, допустим. Выйти, если что, нам дадут, да? Вообще нам дают перемещаться. Вроде как.
What was that song again?
Enjoying your pints of piss? I hope so, because that's your last one.
A job well done, I'd say.
Странно, подозрительно мало людей тут. Валлара.
I'll teach.
I hand out justice around here. Let that man go. Get up and away with you. Your crimes will go unpunished today. Give thanks to the Lord of Light.
Thank you, my lord. I won't do it again.
Alistair, you live! Oh, thanks be to the merciful mother. I really hoped he was lying, but as we'd heard no news, I had to bring myself to accept this ceremony.
Don't worry, little sister. I've come to put an end to it all.
I've dreamed of hearing you say that.
Eliana, this is Moores. He's an old friend of mine. Maybe you remember him.
Yes, I think so. I'm sorry, Alistair, but time is growing short. We have to stop this wedding.
Do not worry, little sister. River Spring belongs to the Sarwicks. As long as I live, Valllar will never have it. He will be gone from these lands by the day's end, dead or alive.
Alistair, remember that Valllar is the Queen's man. Killing him would do nothing to solve our problems with the Crown.
Quite the opposite. Once Vallar is no more, only Alistair will stand to inherit River Spring.
He tried to kill me, Eliana. His men attacked me in our own streets, on his orders. When our banner men learn of his treachery, they will all rise up against him, regardless of what the Queen may say. No one will stand between me and our father's throne.
Yes, of course.
You don't seem convinced. Is there something wrong?
Nothing. It's just that... What will become of me in all this?
Ну, конечно. Тщеславие, куда же без этого? Она тоже хочет править.
We'll find you another husband if that concerns you. One who can make you happy. And if not, you'll stay at River Spring under my protection. You can put your trust in me, little sister.
You really understand nothing of women, big brother. But to be frank, you've already abandoned me once. How can I be sure you won't do it again? I'd like to forget the past, Alistair. I'd like to have faith in you. But it's no easy task. River Spring does not know you. All our people know is that you rode off to war and then disappeared afterwards. I slaved away to uphold these lands, to appease Lord Tywin, to convince our bannermen to remain loyal despite our disgrace. Father used to say, everything must be prepared for your brother's return. There was never a thought for us. As a woman, I accepted my fate. But for Garwin, it was different. Father didn't want him as an heir. He belittled him endlessly. In the end, he disinherited him on account of their ceaseless arguing. Then Gawain left, Father died, and you came back as if nothing had ever happened. You seem to think that River Spring will pass you by right. But don't forget who made that possible.
How can you say that? I would make a terrible lord without you at my side. We will protect River Spring from the Bloodseekers together, and we will rule it together. It may not be what Father would have wanted, but it is only fair.
That's enough for me. You have my support.
It's a joy to hear it. Now, if you would, I need you to gather the lords. I will soon confront Vallar. I need them to be there, ready to lend their support.
That should be possible. Under the guise of preparing for the ceremony, I could go and speak with them without Vallar suspecting a thing.
I'm counting on you to convince them, little sister.
I will do my best. Be careful.
A bloody strong woman. Your sister knows what she wants.
She has the heart of a warrior. Had she been born a man, the world would have been the better for it.
The world needs great women too, you know. Come, we have much to do.
Хорош. А чё, какие у нас дела? А, на пристань. Ну, в принципе, я не против, она может править ключами. Мы будем странствовать, у нас полно дел. Такой расклад, я думаю, всех устроит.
Ah, there you are. Have you spoken to your sister?
I have. If all goes well, Eliana will make sure that the Lords of Riverspring will be there when the time comes to confront Vallar.
Excellent. With all those witnesses, Vallar will be unable to end this in bloodshed.
I don't want to discourage you, but that wouldn't stop me.
He may be half mad, but I don't think he would go that far.
Let's hope so.
Be that as it may, I heard you chased the Bloodseekers from our streets. The people of Riverspring will not forget that.
As long as I live, I will never allow a bunch of sellswords to terrorize my people. No news of Ryman?
Not yet, but I'm sure he'll be here soon.
What the hell is your cousin doing? How long does it take to get around this town?
Strange. That stubborn ass is proud of his punctuality.
Well, he has chosen the wrong day to make an exception. Let's not stay here.
Not so fast, my friends. You're not going anywhere. When I bring him your heads, Lord Vallar will shower me in gold.
Showered with gold, no less. How sad. I hate to crush a man's dream.
The old captain! Where did he come from?
What should we do with this scum, Alistair?
We can't take any risks. They need to die.
Son of a whore!
That's what you get for serving a whoreson. You die younger.
Ryman, are these all the men you could find?
The only trustworthy ones, yes. But they're brave and completely devoted to the memory of Lord Reynald.
We are fighting an enemy who is trying to seize our land by any means. I need to know that I can count on you.
You are the legitimate lord of this land, sir. Our swords are yours.
Good. I accept them with joy. Your bravery does you great honor.
This escort should be able to ensure your safety within the castle, but if things go wrong, it won't be enough to hold the town. Since Vallar's arrival, many of your father's men have retreated to the country. If we inform them of your return, they are certain to come back to us.
Indeed, we may need them. I will leave that in your hands, Harwin.
As for us, we need to have a word with Vallard.
Come on, we have a castle to take back.
Так. Заварушка намечается. Какое-то побоище. Три бойца, ну это хоть что-то. Все не в одного. Но что-то мне подсказывает, что Валлар чихать хотел на все наши попытки поставить его в неприятное положение. Блин, у него войска. Чем ему мешает перебить всех в замке? Ну, типа, свидетелей же, если не будет. Вообще не вижу для него препятствий.
Well, what do we have here? Sir Ryman, I thought Lord Vallard made it perfectly clear to you that you're not welcome in this castle.
Vallard is a bloody fool. My cousin Alistair is the only master here. Move aside, old man, or suffer the consequences.
Alistair, eh? Well, you're out of luck this time. Once I've called my men, we'll make sure you die this time.
You poor bastard. Don't you know? Your men are already dead.
What? Guards!
Кого ты позовешь действительно?
A fine victory, Alistair. The streets of Riverspring are ours.
But not the castle. Be very careful. There will be many enemies inside.
Так, это намек, да? Нам какой-то шлем дали. Говно.
Look who's here. The little chicken Sarwick come home to roost. I'll take my time in plucking you, boy.
Save your japes for the corpses outside the gates, Wex. It didn't do them much good having you as their leader.
I'm no wet nurse to those craving weaklings. I'm here to kill the rats.
You'll do no such thing, Lieutenant. You speak of my brother and my cousin. They will always be welcome within these walls. Let them through.
Forgive me, my lady, but these bastards have taken the castle by force, slit the throats of our guards. So they tell me. I'm only following orders.
As I said, you won't do anything. I doubt Vallard could put his own family to the sword without punishment from the crown.
Ah, may the others take you. Vallard can take care of you himself.
Может убить его. В принципе, мы сохранились. Хотя... Давай попробуем их убить.
Thank you for easing our way, my lady. But there's no point. This castle will soon be rid of these pox-ridden dogs.
Have you gone mad?
Do you want to fight, old man? That's fine with me. Come on, all of you! Kill me then!
Давай, давай, давай. Сейчас посмотрим, на что вы способны. Ну что, тут 3 бойца, блин. Морс прав. Дипломатия тут неуместна. Так, еще раз сохранимся. А где наши бойцы? У нас же было 3 воина.
Surprised to see me, traitor?
Alistair, we were just waiting for you. I assume you've come to lead your sister to the altar. I also hope you'll stay for the bedding.
You are a disgrace to this family, Vallar. Your very existence is an affront to our values.
Would that be old Moors I see there? Perfect. If that oaf is here, then his little lady can't be far away.
I have come to take back what is mine by right. I cannot abide your crimes anymore. Leave River Spring while you still can.
You have some nerve. You come to tell me that here, on my wedding day. I think you'll find that my bloodseekers are more than capable of punishing those who challenge my authority. They will even take great pleasure in doing it.
Vallar, my brother and his friend speak only for themselves. But your threats mean nothing here, in front of this gathering of our banners.
Agreed! Stop this tyranny!
You declared that Sir Alistair was dead. However, it appears he is very much alive. Why have you deceived us?
I find myself asking the same question, and I demand an explanation.
You want the truth? So be it. Eliana, your brother, is wanted for murder. He comes here with a deserter from the Night's Watch and a known enemy of the Crown, whose death has been ordered by the Queen herself. I declared that he had been given an honorable death because I wanted to preserve our family's honor. Along with Gawain's murder of his father, Alistair's crimes would have sullied our name beyond redemption. I think you would agree with me that he can no longer lay claim to the seat of River Spring after such acts.
Чё ты несёшь?
You bastard! This is all just a string of lies.
I'm not interested in your falsehoods. To me, you're both guilty of treason, and that is all that matters. I have the power and the orders to punish you in the name of the Queen. And mark my words, I have every intention of carrying them out. Now, surrender, Alistair. If you resist, I will call on my army. They are waiting on my orders around River Spring. All I need is to say the word, and this town will fall to the sword.
How can you claim to be the Lord of River Spring when you would threaten your own people with your army? You care nothing for our values. Family is hope, Vallar. You should never have gone against us.
Such noble words didn't stop old Reynold from throwing me and Gawain out like common thieves. Nothing you say will prevent me from fulfilling my duty. Moors and Alistair, You are traitors. You will have to answer for your crimes.
Он полагается на свое войско, этого допустить нельзя, или я все улажу. В смысле, ты все уладишь? Непонятно.
You want justice? Very well. I call for a trial by combat. Our respective gods will separate the just from the unjust, the honorable from the traitor. Who should live and who will die?
Splendid idea, Sir Alistair. May the gods witness this fight.
Wait, Alistair. Valla, you say we are criminals and traitors. You accuse Jane of being an enemy of the crown. I will make you eat those words myself. So fight me, here and now. Let's settle this once and for all.
Careful, Moors. Both our lives are at stake here.
Don't worry. I know what I'm doing.
Be careful. I've seen how the snake hisses in his enemy's ears, distracting them as he moves in to strike. Whatever happens, stay focused on the fight. Do not let him distract you with his insults and lies.
I accept. Whether I face Alistair or you, it matters little. Neither of you pose any threat to me. Both of you face your death either way.
I hope you know what you're doing. The duel has been accepted. These men will fight to the death under the sight of the gods. Everyone, make room!
Let us say our prayers this day to the seven that stand as one. May they look fairly upon those who are about to face their judgment. On behalf of the Crown, Sir Vallard Hill accuses Sir Alistair Sarwick of treason and of conspiring with traitors and enemies of the realm. Sir Moores Westford rejects the charges against him. He will fight to defend himself in a trial by combat, as well as Sir Alistair. May the seven search their souls to know truth from lies. May they accord justice to the innocent and death to the guilty. May the gods let their judgment be known, and we shall accept it.
Почему Морс-то?
A pity I have to kill you, Moors. Now you won't get to see what I'll do to your little slut before I turn her over to the Queen.
Save your breath. You haven't got many more.
Don't tell me you care that much for this whore. Open your eyes, old man. Why do you think she let that fat pig Robert stick his cock in her? It's well known he beds nothing but whores now. I assume she's not actually paying you with coin. Maybe your protection costs are nothing more than her teats and arse.
You talk too much for a servant. Let's see if your sword cuts as well as your tongue.
Ну, давай. Ебать, он плотный.
Tiring already, old man? What happened to the great Moors who could strike down knights and horses with one swing of his sword? You fight like a crippled hen.
I'm just warming up, boy. A horse is a worthy foe, unlike you.
Oh, really? Come at me again then, old man. Everyone is here to see you die. At least make it entertaining. It seems you're near your end, old man. But don't worry, your little slut will be joining you soon.
You will have to find her first.
Oh, I will find her. Especially if you hid her as well as you hid your family.
What? What do you know about my family?
I know that you'll be with them soon. In the hell reserved for idiots and the weak.
tell me everything, you piece of shit? Through the slit in your throat while your blood chokes your words, you will tell me everything. It's over, Valla.
Oh, really?
Moors! Behind you!
Да ладно, он колдун.
Know one thing before you die, old man. I slaughtered your family. Your daughter was crying. She cried right to the end, calling for her father. But you weren't there, were you? You abandoned them. So I told them that when I found you, I'd send you back to them. And I am a man of my word.
Так.
No!
Беда.
Moors! No! Sorcery! Treachery!
The Seven will not stand for such deception.
Evil
This
bastard!
duel is invalid.
Stop this tyrant!
Alistair! Alistair for River Spring!
Bloody cockroaches! River Spring will be mine, whether you like it or not!
Вашу ж мать, а.
Let her go!
First tell me where the bastard's mother is.
Out of the question!
Tell me where Moors has hidden that whore, Alistair. Unless you'd prefer I cut her throat.
No, she's still at Castlewood. Lord Holt captured her.
It seems everyone is after that slut. Lord Halton, you say? He'll bring her to me, or I'll raze his castle to the ground. As for you, Sarwicks, you'll give me no more trouble.
Охренеть.
Lock him in Lord Reynolds' crypt. Let him die next to his father. I must leave immediately for Castlewood. Wax, I leave the town to you in my absence. The people need to know who rules here. Kill as many of them as you need to.
Пиздец. Серию будем заканчивать. Ссылка на плейлист в описании. Подписывайся на канал, ставь лайк, оставляй несколько комментариев. Все, всем пока.